In the lush, dense rainforest of the Amazon, various species lived in harmony, each respecting the other's space and lifestyle. Among these creatures were two distinct clans of pythons, the river clans and the tree clans. The river clans, with their patterned scales shimmering like liquid gold, lived along the winding rivers, thriving in the water and on land. The tree clans, known for their vibrant green scales that blended seamlessly with the canopy, lived high in the trees, mastering the art of climbing and hunting from above. Though they shared the same forest, these clans rarely interacted, each respecting the boundaries that had been in place for generations. However, a severe drought struck the Amazon, causing the rivers to shrink and the foliage to wither. Food became scarce, and the once clear boundaries began to blur as both clans sought sustenance. Amidst this crisis, a young python from the river clan named Jengo ventured closer to the trees in search of food. His curiosity and hunger led him to encounter a python from the tree clan named Zuri. Initially, both were wary, but necessity forced them into conversation. They realized that if they were to survive the drought, they would need to cooperate and share resources. This chance meeting sparked the beginning of an unprecedented alliance. Jengo and Zuri returned to their respective clans with news of their encounter. The elders of both clans were skeptical, steeped in traditions that had long kept them apart. However, the younger members, driven by hunger and desperation, were more open to the idea of cooperation. Gradually, the elders agreed to a trial period where small groups from each clan would work together to find food and water. The initial days were filled with tension and misunderstandings. The river clan pythons, used to hunting in water, struggled to adapt to the trees. Similarly, the tree clan pythons found navigating the riverbanks challenging. Yet, under the guidance of Jengo and Zuri, both clans began to learn from each other. The river clan pythons taught the tree clan the art of swimming and fishing, while the tree clan shared their knowledge of climbing and ambush techniques. Slowly but surely, mutual respect began to grow. Jengo admired the tree clan's agility and patience, while Zuri respected the river clan's strength and endurance. This exchange of skills not only helped them find food, but also fostered a sense of camaraderie and understanding. As the drought continued, the pythons decided to hold a festival to celebrate their newfound cooperation and to solidify their alliance. They called it the Festival of Unity, a grand event where both clans would showcase their unique traditions and cultures. It was the first time in history that such an event would take place. Preparations for the festival were extensive. The river clan prepared elaborate displays of water acrobatics, showing off their swimming prowess, while the tree clan decorated the canopy with intricate leaf art and vibrant flowers. They also shared stories and songs from their respective cultures, learning about each other's histories and legends. The festival was a resounding success. Pythons from both clans mingled, shared food, and participated in games and challenges. The elders, who had initially been hesitant, watched with pride as their young ones embraced the spirit of unity and respect. The highlight of the festival was a joint performance by Jengo and Zuri, symbolizing the strength that came from their collaboration. The Festival of Unity became an annual event, a tradition that reminded both clans of the importance of respecting and learning from each other's cultures. Despite the success of their cooperation, the alliance faced numerous challenges. As the drought persisted, competition for resources intensified, and occasional disputes arose. Some members of both clans were still resistant to change, clinging to old prejudices and mistrust. One day, a misunderstanding escalated into a heated argument between two young pythons, threatening to unravel the fragile peace. Jengo and Zuri intervened, calling for a council meeting to address the issue. They emphasized the importance of communication and empathy, urging their clans to remember the lessons they had learned and the benefits of their alliance. To foster better understanding, they introduced a mentorship program where older pythons from each clan would mentor younger ones from the other clan. This initiative helped bridge the gap between the generations and further solidified their bond. Slowly, respect and understanding deepened, allowing both clans to thrive despite the ongoing hardships. Through these challenges, the pythons learned that respecting other cultures and traditions was not just about tolerance, but about embracing diversity as a source of strength and resilience. The return of the rains transformed the Amazon rainforest into a verdant paradise. Rivers that had dwindled to mere trickles now roared with life, their banks lush with new growth. Trees that had stood barren and brittle blossomed with vibrant leaves and fragrant flowers. The air buzzed with the sounds of insects, birds, and the rustling of animals, all rejoicing in the renewed abundance. In this rejuvenated world, the river and tree clans of pythons flourished like never before. The hardships of the drought had forged an unbreakable bond between them, one built on mutual respect and understanding. As the forest came back to life, so did the spirits of the pythons, now more united than ever. Jengo and Zuri, the trailblazers of this alliance, had grown into wise and respected leaders. They decided to hold a grand council to reflect on their journey and to plan for the future. Representatives from both clans gathered in a large clearing, the canopy above creating a natural amphitheater. Elders, who had witnessed the transformation from rivalry to unity, sat alongside young pythons who had never known a time of discord. Jengo, his scales shimmering in the dappled sunlight, addressed the assembly first. "We have come a long way from the days of division and mistrust. The challenges we faced together during the drought have taught us the value of unity. Our strength lies not only in our individual skills, but in our ability to respect and learn from each other." Zuri, poised gracefully beside him, added, "The drought may have ended, but the lessons we learned are everlasting. We must continue to honor each other's traditions and cultures, for it is this respect that has allowed us to thrive. Our annual Festival of Unity is a testament to our journey and a celebration of our shared identity." The council discussed the future of their alliance. They decided to continue the mentorship program, which had proven invaluable in fostering understanding between the clans. Young pythons would spend time living with the other clan, learning their ways and forming bonds that transcended old boundaries. This initiative ensured that future generations would grow up valuing diversity and cooperation. As a gesture of their unity, the clans agreed to create a shared territory where both river and tree pythons could coexist. This area, rich with both water and dense foliage, symbolized their harmonious coexistence. It would serve as a communal space for gatherings, hunting, and raising young, a living testament to their partnership. The highlight of this new era was the annual Festival of Unity, which had become more than just a celebration. It was a cornerstone of their culture. This year's festival was the grandest yet, with both clans pouring their energy into making it a memorable event. The River Clan decorated the banks and waterways with intricate patterns of pebbles and flowers, while the Tree Clan adorned the canopy with colorful leaves and woven vines. The festival began with a series of performances showcasing the unique talents of each clan. River Clan pythons dazzled the audience with synchronized swimming displays, their scales glittering like jewels in the water. Tree Clan pythons performed acrobatic feats high in the trees, leaping from branch to branch with breathtaking agility. As night fell, the pythons gathered around a great bonfire, its flames casting a warm glow on their scales. They shared stories of their ancestors, tales of the drought, and the journey that had brought them together. Elders from both clans recounted the challenges they had faced and the wisdom they had gained. Jengo and Zuri took center stage, their presence commanding respect and admiration. They performed a dance that symbolized the unity of the river and tree clans, their movements fluid and harmonious. As they danced, the younger pythons joined in, creating a mesmerizing display of unity and strength. The festival culminated in a feast, with food gathered from both the rivers and the trees. Fish, fruits, and other delicacies were shared, symbolizing the abundance that their cooperation had brought. The pythons ate and laughed, their hearts filled with gratitude and joy. In the days following the festival, the shared territory became a bustling hub of activity. Young pythons from both clans played and hunted together, learning from one another and forming lifelong friendships. The elders watched with pride, knowing that the future of their community was bright and secure. Jengo and Zuri, now revered as the founders of this new era, continued to lead with wisdom and compassion. They knew that the path they had forged was just the beginning. By respecting each other's cultures and traditions, they had not only survived a crisis, but had also created a vibrant, diverse community that thrived on unity. Their story became a legend, passed down through generations, as a reminder of the power of respect and cooperation. The pythons of the Amazon lived in harmony, their lives enriched by the traditions and cultures of both the river and tree clans.